Hi everyone, it's John here from KD Toyota, and today we're going to have a look at the keyless access system on Toyota models. Alright, so here I have a key fob for a Toyota Camry. Now this will work for the current Camrys as well as the newer key fobs and the old square boxier key fobs as well. If you have the keyless access, this will work for all of those. Now for the keyless access, you do have the touch capacitive button here on the door handle. Depending on the model, you'll find it here on the front or it'll be up on the top. And then with this particular one, you just have to slide your hand in behind the door handle and that'll unlock the doors. Now, as you know, that one only did the driver's door, as you can see, but passenger doors, rear doors are all still locked. Now, to unlock all of them, you do two different things. I'm going to relock the vehicle here again. I'm going to put my hand again, as you can see, and I'll unlock the door. If I keep my hand in there for a few more seconds, it'll beep again. As you can see, now all of the doors have unlocked. Now you can go in the vehicle settings, I'll show you here in a few moments, and change that so you can unlock all four doors with just putting your hand in the first time. You're not having to do it the second time. Or you can keep it so only the driver's door will unlock. Again, I'll show you in the settings how we can change that. Now you do have the keyless access on both the driver's and the passenger side. Now on the passenger side, when you do it regardless of the vehicle settings, it will unlock all four doors. You do not have keyless access on the rear doors, only on the driver and passenger doors. Now you're probably asking yourself, if the key dies, how do I get inside of the car? That is a fair question. Let me show you. There is a tab here on the top of the key and this ring. Now I've already gone ahead and pushed it, but as you can see, there is a key built right inside of the machine. Now this key does have the cut down the middle instead of on the sides like your typical house key. This does make it harder to copy, and there is chips built into these as well. Now to unlock the door with the key, we're going to go back a couple of years to when we just had keys. We're going to put that right in the door. If I can, there we go. And go ahead and turn it just like you normally would. And as you see, car is locked and unlocked. And that is just with the key. And that is without the key fob. Now you're asking, with the button on the inside, how do I start the car? Let me show you. All right, I'll do my best to show. Of course, now my key fob does have the battery fully functioning, so it's not going to show it as it should. But this is essentially what you would do if the battery died in your key fob. You just take your key fob and put it up to the push button start on the car, and there's a light on the key fob right by my thumb, and that will start flashing. And then once that happens, you can just actually press the button, and that will start the vehicle. The key has a sensor in it that will detect on the push button, and that will allow the vehicle to start when the battery in the key fob has died. Now, of course, these key fobs are always emitting a signal, just to enable you to be able to get into your car. You know, they do have that, just kind of picture a bubble around your vehicle, if you will. The vehicle will pick up the key fob as within range. It'll allow you to unlock the doors or turn it on. Now, if you wanted to keep your spare key battery lasting a little bit longer, or if you wanted to make it so your key fob wasn't emitting a signal when you weren't using it, I'll show you how we can do that. So what we're going to do is press the lock button, and while we're pressing the lock button, we're going to tap the unlock button twice. Now I only have one hand free, so I'm going to go off screen here just one second. You see here, there's a little red light in that circle there. That flashed a few times. Now, as you can see, this has been shut off. I can no longer use it to unlock or lock the door. Now, to turn it back on, I just press a button. Any one of them, doesn't really matter. And now the key fob is active again, and I can use it to unlock or lock the door. What that does is it shuts off the signal, so the vehicle will no longer pick this up. Shutting off the signal on these will also shut off the key fob, which will help you save battery life. So if you have a spare key that's kind of sitting at home and you don't want it to lose its battery life, you can shut it off just by pressing the lock and pressing the unlock twice while you're still holding the lock. All right, and now that we're inside the vehicle, I'm just going to show you how we can get the settings to change whether the driver's door or all doors will unlock. Now, of course, each of these vehicles will be a little different. The settings may be a little further away or in a different menu, but this is the gist. So we're in settings, and I'm going to go down to vehicle, and then in vehicle customization, and then door lock settings, and we should see here select doors to unlocked. Right now we have it set to driver's door. I'm going to go ahead and select all doors. So now when I go back outside and put my hand in the door handle, it'll unlock all 4 doors instead of just the driver's door. And just the final thing I want to show you here is what happens when the battery dies and how to replace the battery on these key fobs. So now they have a free hand. I'll go show you again the switch to get the key out. So you press that little lever over, and with the second hand you pull out the key. Now with the key out, you're just going to take 2 fingers and put them right here where the key was and pull them apart. As you see here, we have the inside of the key and the computer chips with the battery there. So you can bring the key fob into us here at KDA Toyota, or you can take the battery over to Walmart or any kind of battery place, and they should have something to replace that with.